Morning, I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, and you're listening to Earthcast, SOS.com, the largest marine cleanup project in the history of our world, is set to launch in 2016. The goal is to collect half the plastic trash currently in the oceans. It's huge, it's ambitious, and it's most necessary. So how does it work? In 2012, a young Dutch student named Boyan Slat revealed to the world that he intended on cleaning up the world's oceans with little, if any, human intervention. The estimates of the amount of plastics in the oceans are vast. On average, each day, 3.5 million pieces of petroleum-based, subsidized plastics enter our oceans. And my colleagues at the University of Western Australia and elsewhere have done the math. Fish are consuming the lion's share of plastics as they quickly break down to become microplastics, which resemble tiny eggs, enticing the fish to consume them. The microplastics are also perfect sponges for the following potent chemicals: PCBs, DDTs, methylmercury from burning coal, biphenyl A's, phthalates, TBTs, the latest greatest anti-hull fouling paints, and insecticides, and on it goes. Slat has proposed building a stationary array with floating barriers that would filter and collect floating plastics using the flow of the ocean's natural currents. After a couple of years and a feasibility study of more than 500 pages, a 6,561-foot prototype array has been designed to collect plastic off the west coast of Japan that would be facing towards South Korea, a known stretch of vast plastic pollution. And it'll take place in the spring of 2016. The pilot project will debug the device so that by 2020, vessels measuring 62 miles in length could be deployed to contend with the Great Pacific garbage patches. There's 2 massive patches there. It's an enormous feat because, according to the United Nations Environment Program, there's at least 6 times more plastic than plankton in all of the oceans. Slat predicts that 80% of the plastic that is trapped by his booms, up to 2,295 cubic feet every 24 hours, will be corralled, spun through a centrifuge, and transferred to a collection platform via a solar-powered machine. Every 45 days, boats will collect the plastic and transport it back to the shores where it came from in the first place, and it will be safely disposed and possibly recycled. Ocean cleanup will be 33 times cheaper and 7,900 times faster than conventional net and trawl proposals. The ocean cleanup booms will trap floating plastics larger than 1 inch. So they'll help with the larger plastics, obviously, and the microplastics, the small pieces that resemble little pieces of confetti eaten by sea life, are the real challenge. It boils down to this, ladies and gentlemen: stop/refuse plastics. If we don't use plastics, they won't get in the oceans. It's as simple as that. I give Boyan Slat a standing ovation, an 11 out of 10, for taking on this monumental task, and he started it at the age of 17, to remove hundreds of millions of tons of life-ending plastics. I'll be circling back to this huge story. Stay tuned. Earthcast SOS needs your hand. Come on to drreese.com, Reese, REESE.com, and make it happen by clicking on that donate button. I'm Earth Dr. Reese Halter, reminding you to protect our planet.